Hook. What if I told you that millions of people remember something that never actually existed? Not a dream, not a movie, but a detail from real life that the entire world remembers differently. It's called the Mandela Effect, and it has sparked one of the strangest debates of the internet age. Is it mass hysteria, parallel universes, or something far more unsettling? By the end of this video, you will never trust your own brain the same way again. Intro. Here is the deal. The Mandela Effect is named after Nelson Mandela, because in 2013, when the former South African president actually died, thousands of people were shocked. They swore he had already died in prison back in the 1980s. They remembered his funeral, even news coverage of his death. But none of it had ever happened. That single event gave a name to a phenomenon scientists have studied for decades. Once you learn about it, you will start noticing these false memories everywhere. Today we are breaking down 5 of the most famous Mandela effects, what they might mean, and the science that explains why your brain keeps lying to you. Stick around, because the final one will blow your mind. Segment 1. Let us start with the one that started it all. The Berenstain Bears. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you remember the book series about a family of bears. And you probably remember the name spelled Berenstain, with an E-I-N. The problem? It has always been Berenstain, with an A-I-N. The authors were literally named Stan and Jan Berenstain. So why do so many people swear the book said Berenstain? Researchers call this a schema-based memory error. Your brain knows that Stein is a common ending for Jewish surnames, so it quietly corrects the spelling to something more familiar. You are not remembering what you saw. You are remembering what your brain decided you should have seen. Segment 2. Next up, the famous quote that never happened. Darth Vader never said, "Luke, I am your father." In the actual movie, The Empire Strikes Back, the line is, "No, I am your father." But millions of people remember the longer version, and it has become one of the most quoted lines in cinema history. This one is different, because here is the twist. The line was changed during filming. Mark Hamill was given a different script, and the famous reveal was a secret even he did not know until the day they shot it. So the false memory might come from early promotional material, or from the simple fact that "Luke, I am your father" flows better as a sentence. Either way, your brain took a real scene and edited it, just like a film editor. Segment 3. Now here is a creepy one with no obvious explanation. The Monopoly Man, the mascot of the board game, is one of the most recognizable characters in the world. He wears a top hat, a tuxedo, and holds a cane. And according to millions of people, he also wears a monocle. He does not. He never has. Yet if you ask people to draw him from memory, a huge number will add that little eyepiece without even thinking about it. Why? Scientists point to a pattern that is real. Our brains associate wealth with certain visual markers, and a monocle is one of them. The Monopoly Man gets merged in our memory with other rich cartoon characters like Mr. Peanut, who actually does wear one. Your brain is not a camera. It is a storyteller, and it will happily borrow details from one character and glue them onto another. Segment 4. Ready for the one that makes people question reality? The position of New Zealand. If you look at a map right now, you will find New Zealand sitting southeast of Australia. But a massive number of people remember it being northeast, roughly where New Caledonia is. There are entire internet threads of people insisting the map changed. This one feeds directly into the wildest theory about the Mandela Effect. Some people believe we are living in a simulated reality, and that when the simulation is updated, small details get changed. They point to CERN and the Large Hadron Collider, claiming particle experiments have caused reality itself to glitch. Now, the scientific answer is much more boring. Most of us never look at detailed maps, and our mental image of the Pacific is fuzzy. But when thousands of people share the same fuzzy memory, it stops feeling like coincidence, and it starts feeling like something is genuinely wrong with the world. Segment 5. Finally, the one that might change how you think about everything. The fruit of the Loom logo. If you remember the classic underwear brand logo, you probably remember a cornucopia, that curved horn-shaped basket, behind the fruit. It is one of the most commonly reported false memories in the entire phenomenon. The only problem? There has never been a cornucopia in the logo. The company has confirmed it, and trademark records from over a century ago show the fruit with no basket. And yet, people describe it so vividly that some have even drawn detailed sketches. This is the strongest evidence for what psychologists call confabulation. Your brain does not store memories like files on a computer. It reconstructs them every time you recall them, filling in gaps with whatever makes the most sense. The cornucopia makes sense. Fruit in a harvest basket is a classic American image. So your brain adds it, and the more people describe it, the more real it becomes. That is how a collective false memory is born. OUTRO. So there you have it. 5 Mandela effects that prove your memory is not a recording, it is a creative act. Whether it is Berenstain Bears, the Monopoly Man, or that phantom cornucopia, your brain is constantly rewriting the past to fit its expectations. That does not mean reality is fake, and it almost certainly does not mean CERN is breaking the universe. It means our minds are far more powerful, and far more fragile, than we like to admit. The next time you are absolutely certain about a memory, ask yourself one question. Are you remembering what happened, or what your brain decided should have happened? If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, and subscribe so you never miss another mind-bending mystery. And leave a comment below with the Mandela effect that messes with your head the most. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.